After traveling 3 states, we've made it to the Sonoran Desert to spend the winter. This is the beginning of our 15-part series traveling Arizona. Although we planned to camp to the east of Tucson, we changed our plans and stopped to explore the Valley of the Sun, a term created in the 30s to boost tourism. I'd forgotten to buy our off-road license before leaving Colorado, and doing it online wasn't working, so we stopped by the office in Mesa to take the test and pick up a license. We wouldn't be doing any off-roading here, but instead, we'd explore some interesting little finds in the Superstition Mountains. Our preference is to boondock, but we're relieving the pressure of finding a place close enough to explore the gems of this area by staying at a private campground. We paid $30 a night for no hookups that had access to water and showers. It had good views and was in close proximity to one of our visits, Goldfield Ghost Town. When I think of ghost towns, I usually think of this. But Goldfield Ghost Town is quite different. It's a lively place full of things to see and do. It's free to go to, but watch out. If you're not careful, this place can empty your pockets with a wide variety of things to do and places to shop. It all began with what all ghost towns go through, a boom and bust cycle. But in this case, it was revitalized as a tourist attraction. In the 1890s, Goldfield's prosperity was through the wealth created by gold mines. The town boasted 3 saloons, a boarding house, general store, blacksmith shop, brewery, always got to have that, right? Meat market, and a schoolhouse. When the vein faulted and the ore dropped, the town experienced the typical slow, painful death that most ghost towns do. They attempted to reopen the mines several times but failed. In the 80s, the town was brought back to life as a tourist attraction. Not only is there plenty to see and do here, the town puts on a free Old West gun show on the hour. All of them are different in an effort to keep you around.
Said you pay me back today.
Come on, Curly. Hurry up, fast life. I'm home.
Come on. They're going to give me a federal. Hey, well, you give me a federal note right now. You give me a federal note.
Stop it. Hey, bring it up. Right up. Hey, are you with them?
No, I ain't with them.
There has to. We got a judge coming. We got to hang. Ah, you shot my boy. What are you doing?
Although we were tempted, we did manage not to empty our pocketbooks. Last year, all we saw was this. Now we're starting to see a lot of these. Our next stop brought us to a little hole-in-the-wall shop. It had a small variety of things varying from rocks and minerals to jellies to fish lures. It's like a step back in time to the 60s. There's a little history lesson awaiting you here if you're so inclined. If you're into rocks, you'll love the Mammoth Mine Gift and Rock Shop. It has a nice display of rocks, minerals, and dinosaur bones. We find that some of the coolest places we visit are a result of interesting people we meet there. Ron Feldman makes it a point to greet all of his patrons, giving them interesting tidbits of what they're looking at. For that reason, this seems more than just a rock shop. He's also an author of 4 books, including one on the Lost Dutchman Gold Mine, which you'll hear a lot about in this area. The Superstition Mountains aren't just a beautiful backdrop to activities in the area. There's a history here, an interesting one. The idea of establishing a museum to preserve the history, legend, and lore of the Superstition Mountains began in 1969. Today it's grown into quite a collection of unique artifacts that span 15 acres. The vast grounds are free to walk and definitely worth doing so. The museum charges a nominal fee. A short film introduces you to the area.
In the ensuing 130 years, countless followers, skeptics, and thrill seekers have come to find their role in the legend. The Lost Dutchman mystery has wide appeal, but the story of the Superstition.
When Anglos settled the area, the Pima Indians told them of the odd noises, strange disappearances, and mysterious deaths in the mountains. The Native American stories were believed to be rooted in superstition. This gave way to how the name of the mountains came about. But to this day, the Superstition Mountains have had their fair share of disappearances and mysterious events. A famous character of the American Southwest was called the Dutchman. It's not a Dutchman at all, but a German immigrant, appeared in several early documents detailing his petition to protect miners from the Apache attacks and a number of mining claims. It's said that Waltz and his partner, Jacob Weiser, hid 1 or more caches of gold in the Superstitions. Since then, more than 30 people have died exploring the wilderness area, hoping to strike it rich. The outside, free to walk, includes a variety of interesting finds. In 2004, the Apache Land Movie Ranch, located in Gold Canyon, was destroyed by a tragic fire. The only buildings that escaped were the buildings they called the Elvis Chapel, built to be used in the movie Charo, and the Apache Land Barn, used in a number of Western films in the 50s and 60s. The owners, Sue and Ed Birmingham, donated the buildings, and the Historical Society moved and reconstructed them for public viewing. There's a lot of horses in the area, and I guess riding them to a bar, especially if it's named the Hitching Post, is what you do here. Wanting to be cool, we gave it a shot, even though we didn't have any horses. With a live band and lots to look at, it didn't seem to bother us too much that we couldn't hear each other talk. It's clearly a popular gathering place. Great service, but next time we'd probably go for a less cool place and better food. We're on a portion of the Apache Trail, so we're going to check out the drive to Canyon Lake. What's better than a desert? A desert with a lake. It was kind of cold to take our kayaks out on the lake, so we splurged on tickets to ride the Dolly Steamboat. We made reservations online for the hour-and-a-half excursion called a Scenic Nature Cruise. You're asked to arrive 30 minutes before departure. The cabins are climate-controlled. We noticed that the windows were kept clean and you could venture outside if you liked. The front right side was best for viewing. The cruise was narrated by knowledgeable staff who helped us spot the wildlife along the way. We found this to be a great experience and would highly recommend this. The staff and organization was very professional. Continuing up the Apache Trail a few miles is the town of Tortilla Flats. In 1904, the town was established as a stagecoach stop. The route that continues on is nationally rated as a top 10 motorcycle ride. We started at the museum, housed in a replica of the town's old schoolhouse. something tells me that not everything here is on the up and up. The main street is short, but packed full of little shops to explore and interesting things to look at. Thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. The next time you see us, we'll be doing a deep dive into the Sonoran Desert, visiting a 200-year-old mission, learning about the Cold War era, and absorbing the beauty of Southwest architecture. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss an episode.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies!